Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tenarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
From the front, back, side, girl,
Yo, everybody, we back. What's happening? The family in the building. How's everybody?
Man, blessed and highly favored.
Man, that intro video for the football team got me excited for the season.
Hey, man. Hey, that's why I was like, let's lead off with that tonight, man, because it's been too long, brother. We've been waiting.
Yes, it's been a while.
Wait for that pigskin, man. I'm ready for pigskin, band, and beer. I'm ready.
Let's go.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. It is great to be back here. Everybody, T. Gooden in the house, Jay the Great in the house, Corey Williams in the house, your man Wild Wayne, we in the house. Hey, listen. All right. We want to make sure that everybody, as we always do, make sure you like the stream. Also, make sure you share with everybody out here. Tell some folks, man, hey, From the Hill Podcast season premiere is on right now. Get in the room. Log on. Let's get to this stuff, man. Let's do the business. All right. And also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, right? Just like CJ said, hit that like button. All right. Now, before we get started tonight, we do have one piece of information that we do need to share for housekeeping, and that is this. You knew it was coming. Fan Day coming up a week from this Saturday, August 16th, taking place at the stadium, Louis Cruz Stadium, open to the public. And also, in addition to being open to the public, the nice 4 letters that we love, FREE. That spells free.
It does.
Free 99.
So make sure
I can afford that. I can afford that.
Get involved with Fan Day. You get a chance to meet the cheerleaders, meet the, cross country, volleyball, women's soccer, football team. Gonna be a scrimmage going on. All these different things taking place. Fan Day, get involved, okay? Fan Day, get involved. Let's do it. 16th. All right. So everything that we have has already been in order. So tonight we welcome, for the very first time, to From the Hill. He is someone that needs no introduction. You've seen his show. His platform has been shown for quite a while. He boasts over 17,000 subscribers. He's now a new friend of our show, and we welcome him on in right now. You know him as Offscript. Please welcome Scotty. What's up, brother?
What is going on, everybody? Can I do my own? Can I do my own? All right, just
of course.
Hey, one more time for the people, though, for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the back. There it is. So, Scotty.
Hey, somebody, real quick, Wayne, before we get into it, somebody TV. We hear somebody TV in the background. Y'all hear that? Yeah, somebody TV. Somebody TV talking to us. Yeah, it's yours, Jennifer, because you want to leave.
I know.
It's not my TV. It's my dad. So I'm finna.
Okay.
It's in her vicinity, is it?
So, all right. Now that we got that established. All right, Scotty. I gave a small little introduction, but man, what we wanted to just start off with tonight, right? We wanted to just talk about who Offscript, who Scotty is, man. So T Gooden, I'm gonna let you go ahead and you lead off this segment, brother.
Yeah, so just everybody know you for your streaming platform, for good or bad, however they like it. What about Scotty can you tell us? Like, how did you get into this? Give us a little background, what you did before you started doing this and things like that.
Oh man, I appreciate that, T. Well, first of all, I want to shout out to I don't know if y'all know this vintage right here. Okay, this not a lot of people got this. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was riding with y'all when y'all was winning, but now a little different there on the hill now. But what's funny is I never in a million years would have considered myself a YouTuber or a streamer. If my mama was on here, she'd be like, that boy always been talking about sports ever since he was little, right? So that's always been my thing. I mean, I probably been arguing with people about the Cowboys since I was 10 years old, right? Still trying to wait for that Super Bowl, but it's coming. Listen, the glory days are ahead of us, right? So, but before I got into streaming, I was actually I was in the military for about 6 years. I was in the military. I was in the Army, cool. And then I got out. Did IT. I did IT for a good little bit. I was an IT consultant for a good amount of time, and in Dallas, and had some things going. And then I became a GS-13 at Fort Jackson. And right before I got into YouTube, that was my job. I met Key when we was in. I would go down to Atlanta to visit some of my military buddies and stuff like that, and that's how I met my wife. And we'll work at Fort Jackson during the day, you know what I'm saying, and do that, my GS job. But honestly, a old military buddy of mine, he was like, man, we always talk about sports, we should do a YouTube. And I'm like, man, I got kids, I'm paying child support. Listen, your funds ain't looking to say. I mean, I'm making good money, but child support is a ball and chain. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. So it's like no matter how much money you make, child support still is too much. Like it's just
tell me about it. I'm with you, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak
you,
on
no matter you could be making so much money, you be like, kids don't need $1,500 a month. You making six figures, they be like, yeah, they don't need no anyway. Right. So he's talking to me about that. And I'm like, all right, man, cool, let's do it. We come up with the Offscript name and come up with the Offscript logo, and we start doing it, and we were no Diddy, we didn't, no Diddy, but we started doing the podcast, and we were doing pro sports, and listen, it wouldn't get no traction. I'm talking about just my mama, my cousins, and a couple friends watching, right? So, and then he had a very successful car channel on YouTube, so he kind of stepped back and walked away from it. And I tell this story all the time, like God and Jesus, however you want to do it, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in. But, God was very significant in my life because a lot of my friends kept telling me to keep doing it, even though I wasn't seeing the fruit of it. Right. So, I probably like my last week of doing YouTube, Cut Day. I know a lot of people know about him, but he's kind of in and out the space. Cut Day reached out to me. We was in like this YouTube Black group, this YouTube Black Facebook group. And he was like, man, I really like your content, but I don't think you're in the right space. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, I think you should talk about HBCU sports. And I was like, HBCU, what is that? And he was like, he showed me his analytics. Like, Cut didn't have to do this. He showed me his analytics when he would talk about like NFL. And then he showed me his analytics when he talked about HBCU. He's like, I'm telling you, like, there's something there. Right. This is before Dion even touched down. Right. So he was just talking about that. And I said, okay, cool. So, I started doing some research, and not a week later, the Dion announcement happens. And I do a show I do a video, my first video on YouTube about HBCU, talking about, is Jackson State the new Alabama for Dion. 20K. I said, say no more. Okay. say no more. You didn't listen, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay. I'm like, I'm rolling with this. And that's how the whole bandwagon started with Jackson State, and I rode that bandwagon until I couldn't ride it no more. You know, I tell people all the time, like, I was the bus driver. Like, when Deion came, I was the bus driver. Everybody was on it. But, you know, how things happen and life happens. And, you know, I always attribute my moral compass to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, she always said, like, at the end of the day, if you can't live with your decision, then it's something wrong with it, right? So for me, like, when the Jackson State bandwagon started to get a little rocky, because, you know, the dude got them potholes in Jackson. So when it started to get a little rocky, I was like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like how he was moving. And I'm like, I just can't blindly follow somebody. That just ain't who I am. So that's when I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. And then the Offscript that everybody has come to realize and love has love or hate, you know what I'm saying? Both ways. But that's how it came about, you know what I'm saying? Because if being honest, I was a Jackson State channel for a good little bit, but I just couldn't rock with that anymore. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to be me. And then the true Offscript brand was born.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for the question.
Offscript, this is CK Williams. How you doing?
What's up, CK? What's going on?
Hey, I appreciate the honesty that you just shared. You know, being Offscript, you know, people either love you, they respect you, or they hate you. But, you know, I really respect your grind, your hustle, and because, you know, you got to look at it, you know, it's a business, and you got to take personal from business. For the people who's, you know, I see things on social media, for the people who feel like you got to go to a HBCU to talk about HBCU or cover HBCU, tell the people to, you know, your backgrounds for the school you went to, and just respond to that, because I think my response would be similar to yours. But just go ahead and respond to that.
You know what? I'm gonna tell a story I have never told, even on my own platform, right? So I was a very highly recruited football player coming out of the DMV area. I had you name a D1 AA at the time. You name a D1 AA program on the East Coast, I had a scholarship for it. I got in trouble my senior year for joyriding. And all the, you know, back in them days, like now you can beat up your mama and they be like, you know, we can kind of work with you. But back in back in 07, 08, you had a parking ticket. They was like, no, we good. We offer you, right? So I got in trouble for joyriding and community service and a fine. I lost all my scholarships. So I ended up going to Claflin. I went on a HBCU tour given by like a black mentorship program in my high school. And we did an HBCU tour. We went to Fort Valley, Clark, Atlanta, Savannah State. We went to all these programs and I was getting accepted on like just off my academics, right? Like, I'm like, oh snap. Okay, cool. So we get to Claflin and I just love it. Claflin was just so beautiful. Like, it was all bricked up and it was all nice and fancy. And then you look across the fence and you're like, what's that over there? And you be like, and in South Carolina State and them towers, it just, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right. So, you know, so that's how I got into Claflin. So I got into Claflin and I was there for about one semester, straight Diddy, no Diddy, straight Diddy, but no Diddy, right? So I was there for about one semester. I was like, this ain't for me. It ain't no football. Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't know South Carolina State was a D1 program. I never knew about South Carolina. Of course, I knew about South Carolina State because I'm at Claflin, but I didn't know that they had like a big time football program, because I could have really just transferred over there and then started playing football. But I decided to leave. I went back home. I got an offer for a partial scholarship at a D2 in University of New Haven, and I played there for about a year for football, and then I went to the military, and that is kind of how my HBCU journey went. For me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it was just too many black people, and I wasn't used to that. Like, I'm just keep like my high school was super diverse. If anybody knows the Maryland area, like, especially like the DMV metropolitan area, like right outside, I had Somalian, Ethiopian, Hispanic, white, but like whites were the minority, but just it was very ethnical, right? Like you see so many different ethnicities. So you can, you know, you want Spanish food, you know, you want this, Dominican, Puerto Rican, you know, all this type of stuff. So when I got to Claflin, and it was just like black, I was like, oh, this is different. And then again, I'm coming from an area where in Maryland, like it's a very relaxed vibe type of coolness, not it's a fashion show every day. I'm not a fashion show every day type of person. Okay, so like I'm getting clowned because I ain't ironing my jeans. I'm like, I never iron my jeans. Why I gotta iron my jeans now? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting clowned because I'm coming out there with flip-flops and sweats. Everybody else got J's and got the back in the day got the polo, you know what I'm saying? So, got the whole Kanye look. So, it was just it was a culture shock for me at the time. Now, understanding what I know now and talking to Mr. Campbell and everything like that, you have to find the HBCU that fits you. And that's what I did not understand at the time. I just thought it was like, this is it. This is just how HBCUs are. But, you go to the ones that fit where you feel comfortable at and you go from there. But yeah, it was different. It was just different. I was like, oh, that's too much. And then when I went to New Haven, it was just too white. So it was it was just like mayo everywhere. I'm like, dang, I can't find no brothers. Like that was on the football team, was the only black people we kicking it with, right? Like that black student union was real. Okay, so it was just too much. So I just like, school's not for me, and that's when I left.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Jay.
Yeah, we can't hear Jen.
Yeah.
So
okay,
there you go.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
it was muted. Okay, I want to pivot in another direction. I want to talk about Mrs. Offscript. She is in the comments. Everyone say hello to her. I want you to tell us how much, like I know she's such a pivotal part of the Offscript brand. So I want you to brag on your wife a little bit right now.
Oh, that's too easy. Like my wife, the best thing in my life is my wife. Like for real. Like I'm truly like F them kids. Like, like I believe in that. Like if they always give you that scenario, like if your kids are drowning and your wife is drowning, like who you saving? It's not even a question. Like I am diving after that woman. And like the rest of them jokers better learn how to float. Right. So I'll break it down like this. Like it was Key was so instrumental in first of all my walk with Christ, as well as my success in YouTube, right? So I'll never forget it. Me and Key were dating. First of all, I was slumming it when she was dating me too at the time. I was in a 2-bedroom apartment, and anybody on my platform knows this story, but I was in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate, right? And Key, she driving up to Atlanta to come kick it with me in South Carolina. And she working from home, right? But she in South Carolina with me, right? So she cooling at the in the room, kicking it or whatever. And I'll never forget, like I came home from because my car had broke. I'm listen. When I say I'm slumming it, right? Like I'm roughing it, but I'm doing my work. I'm solid, but I'm walking to work because my car broke down, right? So I'm walking to work, probably about 4 or 5 miles to walk to work. I'm in shape. I got boots on. Like I'm getting it right. So I'm walking from work, and I get home, and it's like 2 or 3 o'clock, and Key's like, "Why you home so early?" I was like, "I just got fired," and she was like, "What?" And I just hit the bed. I'm just talking about like head, face first, like. I didn't cry, but I was close to it, right? Like I'm just like, come on, man. And and Key was like, it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. And she was like, God's telling me that you need to do YouTube full time. And in my mind, I'm like, I was just making $90,000 a year. I'm making like YouTube is a straight hobby. I'm making $500 a month on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my right mind, I'm like, what God are you talking to? Because there's no way he's telling you that I'm going from 90K to $500 a month. Now, mind you, I'm getting disability from the military. So I got $700 for disability and I got $500 from YouTube. And I'm like, what is $1,200 a month going to do for me? Right? But he was like, no, that guy's telling me that you need to do YouTube full time. Now, mind you, my rent was $600 a month. So I'm like, okay. I was like, after that, we just trying to figure it out, right? So it grew. I got, God blessed, and I got partnered with UEN, and I had a media contract, which everybody knows how much I got paid because of the receipts, right? So, because everybody knows how much I was getting paid there, right? So you got to talk about that, right? So and that came through, and I was able then, so at the time, Key was taking care of me, like. She was supplementing the trips she believed in the vision before I even know what the vision was, right? Like I wanted to go these places, but Key was like, I got it. We'll do it together. And, she's swiping her credit card. She doing this. She getting a rental car. She doing all, I'm driving down. She's believing in it before I even knew what this was even going to be. And then it was a time where things started looking up for Offscript, and then, she was having trouble at her job. And I was like, hey, babe, like, if you don't want to work no more, you don't got to work no more. And that was 4 years ago, and she hasn't worked since. So, God has really blessed. I mean, we've moved to Atlanta, we moved to Maryland, we moved to Ohio, God has really sustained us in a time where I didn't even know how we were going to sustain each other. And I tell everybody, and I tell everybody, anybody who, because everybody like, oh, you and Keys, I'm like, listen, favor is real. Like I can't explain that enough to people, and I mean this with Austin, no joke, all realness. Favor is real, and the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds favor and he finds a good thing. And I tell people all the time, when you're dating a woman and you're exclusively, not like, oh, I'm talking to her, like if you're exclusively dating a woman and you don't see no favor within 45 to 60 days, that ain't the girl for you, right? So I'm talking about like a job promotion, just something good happens that you're just like, what? Like, where did this come from? Or how did this happen? Like, when I started dating Key, I got the Deion Sanders interview. I'm like, not in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought that I would be able to interview my favorite player of all time on my platform, right? Like, it's just little things like that started happening. I got, like, before I got fired, right, I had to pass Security Plus. Anybody who knows IT knows Security Plus is like the end-all be-all certificate. And I had to pass it to keep my job. I failed it the first time. And the military only give you 2 times. So the second time, you out of there, right? So, and the second time I'm talking to Key prays for him. She sends a prayer. Now, mind you, we're just dating. She sends me a prayer over voice memo. She sends me a song. I passed Security Plus by 1 point. I bawled. I was crying at the computer screen. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. Right. So it was those like micro occurrences. And at the time, I wasn't really walking with God. I didn't understand what this was, but I knew my life was changing and it had never been this good by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell you some stories. Like, my life had never been this fruitful. It had never been this, like, wow, like so much upside to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So I tell people all the time, God can't come down from being God and be like, hey, this your wife, like, marry her, because God got to be God. But God does what parents do. If you get A's, they reward you, right? So it's the same situation. If God sees that you found that you found your partner, God is going to send you signs in a manner of favor to tell you this is the one that you should lock down. This is the one that you should treat right and take on that long journey because of the favor. And God's words never lie. So it is what it is. But that's about that. Listen, I tell you, I can go on and on about my wife. I love my wife. Now, listen, I don't play about Key. I play about a lot of stuff, but everybody know I don't play about my wife at all. So
hey, hit one of your shotgun sounds for your story.
Yeah. I don't play about my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I relate to that too, brother. Man, I had to pull this up, man. When you said F them Key.
Hey, listen, bro.
It would be. That's Alabama State for you right there.
I had to pull that up, man. I had to pull that up, man. That's funny. So, all right, Scotty. So, man, you've been well traveled, man. You've been around. You've gone to homecomings. Yeah. You going to games. You going a lot of places, man.
I mean, I've been around. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it all. 60 to what was that? I've seen it all on homecoming. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it all.
Hey, why you talking about the past? Why we talking about the past? See there?
Hey, look. that was we still trying to redeem that though. So you can't forget about it until we beat them, man. That's part of the lecture. But man, you've been around, you traveled, man. So out of the whole experience of going to campuses, meeting different folks, man. Like I see in the background, man, rest in peace to our boy Kofi, real good dude. Love that dude. Yeah, high energy. He was a great guy. Just all of the different relationships you made, all the places that you traveled, man. Like where would you say are some of the favorite places that you've been?
Man, I that's such a great question, man. Like, I love our people, regardless of the hate that I get in some places and the love that I get in some places. Like, I just love our people. I love to look in the stands and see 20, 30, 15 of just our people. Like, it's nothing like it. And I tell my friends all the time, like, they be like, man, like, why you? I'm like, it's nothing like going to something that's for you. Like, I just, because you don't have it. It's like how Asian, like Chinese got like Chinaland, or what is it called? Chinatown. They got Chinatown. In Florida, they got like Little Cuba. You know what I'm saying? And they got all these. They got H Mart for all the Asian people, right? Like everybody got their thing. But when you step into an HBCU game and an environment and just a tailgate, and it is our thing. It is our music. It is our people. It's our fun. It's our laughter. It's our food. It's just like you feel home, no matter if it's a rival, but you just feel like I'm home. I'm accepted here, right? Without all the rivalries and everything like that in the competition aspect. And that's one thing every place I've gone, I've always felt like, man, I'm glad to be here. No, at the end of the day, right? So that's that's what I love about the HBCU community and everything like that. But some of my favorite places, man, I gotta be honest. As much as they hate me, I love going there. I love going to Jackson. I love the environment because I love walking around the stadium and people, talking about like, just saying all my sayings or whatever. Hey, Bama, or whatever, or Scotty, I can't stand you. I hate you. Or, saying everybody, like, I love it. And I love the tailgating area, like just the rows and rows and rows of people that are there. Southern, I love Southern, man. I love going to the in the RV section, man. And that thing be rows and rows and rows of people. FAMU was a great experience. I wish I would have got it when it didn't rain. I think it would have been even 10 times better for that SWAC championship that I went to. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. If you wanna eat and don't listen, if you want to go a place, you don't have to bring your wallet, and you're gonna go to Alcorn. Listen, they gonna feed you. They gonna feed you. Like, you're going to eat so good. I never seen a place. I was talking trash the whole time. I'm telling them Andrew Body about to come in there and whoop y'all, da. He did exactly that. After the game, hey, Scotty, you want to play? You want to play? I'm like, oh man, y'all. Even when y'all lose, y'all friendly. I love that. I love that. You know, Jackson, they shutting down. Okay, they lose. Hey, listen, you not welcome here. Okay, you not welcome here. So it's one of those things. Now, I got to keep it a buck. The one thing I like about y'all stadium is I like the ambiance. Like, it's just like you pull up on that two lane, back and forth, and it's just like you see everything. Like the stadium, just the ambiance of it. Now, if you're gonna get fed or not, I have yet to.
You gotta let that go. You gotta let that go.
If they gonna feed you, I have yet to see that. Right now, maybe Mr. Richardson is saying I ain't go to the right spot, and Jen told me you in with the right people, and listen, it is yet to be seen if they will feed you at A&M. That's just me. That's just my personal view. But
we got to get you on the right. We got to get the doghouse. We got to get you. They'll take care of you.
Brad invited me down, so I'm gonna
take care of you.
I'm gonna be there for homecoming. He invited me down. I told him I'm gonna be there. So
now everybody's watching homecoming. It's also my birthday weekend, so don't come empty-handed. Amen.
So Scotty, I'm gonna be there during homecoming too, so we can share a plate then.
Okay,
we'll share a plate,
and I need a
then you
picture
can
of
tell
it
us
too.
how that food is.
Yeah,
I
need a picture of that plate to prove, because I'm telling you. So, Jen, when is that? You a Libra?
I am a Libra.
My wife is a Libra too, so she
me, Jennifer, and Corey.
And yeah,
they all Libra.
and Damien. Like 4 of us on the show are Libras, and our birthdays all are like right behind each other.
Yeah, my wife's October 15th. So yeah. So
I knew she was special. I knew she was awesome. I knew she was awesome. That's why.
She gonna have a gift just because you're a Libra. She gonna have a gift just because you're a Libra. She be like, oh no, we ain't going empty-handed. But so it's some great experiences, man. I love South Carolina State. When I went down there, that was a vibe. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a whole vibe when I went down there. I want to go to the Nest. I want to go to the Nest with Josh and them. But Alabama State, I only went to a spring game, but it was pretty fun. The stadium is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's PV. I'm not going to PV. I just don't see the point. Like, people keep talking about it. Like, I don't know if I really want to go all the way out there.
You don't want a shirt? You're not gonna go get your shirt?
I'm gonna get my Tremaine Jackson shirt, but I ain't gotta go to PV to get that. Like, I mean, I got Tremaine Jackson number. I'm like, hey man, just send me a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I ain't gotta go.
No, we talking about Lionel shirt. You know, you can get you a hoodie this year.
Listen, this was my proof. I told him I was gonna buy one for the proof that he wasn't gonna win it. I said, so every day when you don't win this, this is what it's for. I keep it right by the end of the desk. Right. So when it get dusty, I just wipe down my desk. All type of stuff, right? So, out of all the places I've been to, I still think like Southern and Jackson, man, they're just it's just a different vibe, man. It gives you everything you're asking for. It gives you the tailgating, it gives you the competition, the rivalry. Like, that game is probably like, I would take it over any classic, if I'm being honest. Like, I'll take it over the Bayou Classic, I'll take it over the Florida Classic, because the hostility, like, you feel like I don't like you and you don't like me. Like, I love that about college. Like, with y'all in the Magic City Classic, it's like, we don't like you, you don't like us. And, I'll say hi. You know what I'm saying? You'll say hi. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll speak. It's just, Jackson, dog, they'll slice your tires. Like, if they see some yellow, they gonna cut your tires. They're gonna break the window. It is true. There's a true, like, it feels like Ohio State and Michigan. Like, that's what it feels like, because I'm up here and I see it, right? So it's like, I'm a Michigan fan. My wife's an Ohio State fan. Like, she got Ohio State cups. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't drink out of that. Like, you get like, it's on that type of stuff. Like, she be like, oh, you thirsty? I'm like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I'm good. Right. So it's that's the vibe I get. And for me, the HBCU, they're like the pinnacle for me. Like, it's like, you get everything, the great bands, the tailgating, the football, the rivalry, the competition. It matters. Like, everything about that matters. And I think that's why I love that game so much. And then the Magic City Classic is kind of like it's just like a cool vibe. It's just like, the outside of the Magic City Classic is crazy. Like, I ain't never seen that many black people in my life. Like, I'm like, where are y'all coming from? And it's like smack dab in the hood too. So now you're looking over your shoulder like, is somebody gonna rob me while I'm out here? Listen, it is like row houses. Why are you walking up to the stadium? I'm like, what are we doing? And don't talk about the port city. Oh, you gotta have a blicky walking up to the stadium, because it's like stash houses as you walking up to Peoples. Like,
now,
what?
Not too much on my state. Now you done drug Birmingham and Mobile now.
Now, downtown Mobile, beautiful. A1. I'm talking about like je ne sais quoi. Like, you be like, oh, that's a vibe. Like, you take your girl there and you have a good time. You take it 8 minutes down the road, a couple lefts, and you like, oh no, where did I turn to? Like, it's crazy. So, but overall, man, like, at the end of the day, I just love, I love the atmosphere. You just seeing 20, 30,000 people dance to Frankly Beverly and Maze, seeing 20 to 15,000 people sing Can We Talk? Like, come on, man. Like, it ain't no It ain't no Miley Cyrus party in the USA. It ain't no Dan Wallin or Jason Aldean. Like it's like where them fans at? It's all that we in that. You know what I'm saying? It's blues. It's you just love it, man. I love it. I love black people. I love us. I really do. So.
Man, so I'm looking at these comments. Yeah. What's up, Blue? He said, man, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Alcorn's tailgate.
Because you be there so early. Listen, I was there when they played Andrew. G scared me. I ain't gonna lie. G scared me. He said, bro, you gotta be on the stretch at like 6 a.m. I said, what? He said, yeah, if you there past 7, you ain't gonna get in until about 9 or 10 o'clock or 11. I said, oh no. Me and the wife, we woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning because we were staying outside, like I think Vicksburg or something like that. Drove in. We was probably like 10 cars back, and we in there. We sleeping in the car. You know what I'm saying? We sleep because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody. We get up. Shout out to Mr. Nash. He's like, hey, Scotty, come on down to my tailgate. Man, they out there cooking up eggs, pancakes, bacon. I said, oh, this is nice. I said, listen, Alcorn's a vibe, man. I ain't gonna lie. Alcorn's a vibe. A whole bunch of grass, but it's a vibe.
Hey, everybody they defending Mobile. He said, easy on Mobile. Then he said, get you some oysters in downtown, but stay on the right side of Government Street.
Listen, he's not wrong. The seafood, like I used to live in Mobile.
I've been down to Mobile a lot. I
used to live in Mobile. The seafood is immaculate, but you just gotta watch where you drive. That's all.
Then he said, yeah, them neighborhoods around Lag get hectic. And
boy, listen, you park in somebody's yard if you want to. Okay, park in somebody's yard if you want to. See if you got a car when you get back. Mm-hmm.
Then CJ, he said Legion Field neighborhood way more hood than Lad. Hey, I don't know, man. You coin flip.
They do got those apartment complexes right outside of Legion Field, like that kind of sketchy, and then they got that sketchy Domino's that everybody be like, oh, figure that. It's sketchy. It's sketchy, but it's a vibe though. But listen, like, yeah, you gotta get in and get out. You know, do your thing. Don't be hanging around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. Last year, I saw like a group of teenagers, and they had those little ski vests on.
The shiesty janks.
Listen, usually I lollygag. I think by the time I left Legion Field, I think I was home in like 25 minutes. I did not tear.
And listen, if you've never been to the Master class, let me explain to you. After the game's over, there's probably like 8 or 9 cruisers just all around the exits, like helping. Dog, they not gonna save you. I'm just letting you know that right now. They not gonna save you from whatever mischief is about, because they so focused on the traffic. That dog, I'm telling you right now, they not gonna save you. They not, bro. So just when you walking away from Legion, just keep your head on the swivel. That's all I'm gonna say.
Get where you got to get. I'm telling you, I was over. If you familiar with Birmingham, I was over the mountain. 25 minutes.
All right, so let's bring it from the hoods in Alabama to own up to 65 to the. I mean, I'm just based on the conversation that y'all having. I didn't say it, y'all did. So let's come on up 65 north a little bit. Talk about A&M. So again, thank you and your wife for communicating and coming on the show. I really appreciate that. She was very engaged in communication. So I appreciate you guys for coming on. So I know you're rocking the vintage Akil Glass t-shirt. You have a good relationship with our vice president and also director of athletics, Dr. Paul A. Bryant. One of the things, before I dive into my question, one of the things I'll tell you how I felt like I'm like, man, I don't like this guy. This guy's always talking about my band. He talking about my fans don't do nothing. He talking about we didn't give him no plate. But then, because I love my school. But then I got to look at him. Our fans really don't do what they're supposed to do. I don't know about the food. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take my personal feelings out of it. Like, hey, you just speaking on your experience. So, and I gotta respect that. That's your experience. So, you tell, in your opinion, you said multiple times that our fans aren't engaged as they should. And how would you suggest that we get more engaged with our athletics? And you said prior to the show, like A&M definitely has money because we don't mind spending it. And also, is there any special projects that you're working on with Dr. Brown in athletics?
I'm gonna answer the first one, right? So the first one is, okay, the games. Let me backtrack. Me and the wife wanted to be on the bandwagon. I just want to be like my wife. Like she was A&M. Like she loved A&M because first of all, Coach Ma is awesome, right? Like that's my guy. He really is. He's probably the most solid white guy I've ever met in my life outside of Blue, right? Like he's a solid dude, right? And Maynard was solid to me, right? Like I'm a very loyal person, but I still got to do my job. You get what I'm saying? Like I still got to say what it is. Like even though I rock with you and I'm rolling with you, like I still got to do my job. You know what I'm saying? So. And Coach Ma always understood that, and Maynard didn't always kind of respect that or receive that sometimes, right? So, but Quincy Casey was my guy. Let's call a spade a spade. Like I'm not rooting against Quincy. If he on A&M, I'm rooting for him. So it's all of that. So I never want anybody to feel like it's never Jackson with A&M. You get what? Like I don't like them. I hope they lose every game. Like I really mean that. I love to see misery on their face. Like it does me well. Like you know how Superman goes to the sun and he gets like re-energized. Like when Jackson people lose, like I'm telling you, my kids can do no wrong that day. Like I'm like, man, I'm good. Life is good. Okay, money's in the bank. Jackson lost. Life is good, right? So I really truly feel that way. No other school do I feel that way other than like I don't like to see them win.
Let me just say before y'all jumping out mentions, we ain't said nothing.
Yeah. They listen.
I mean, they can see it. It's a grown man. We ain't got to take over Scotty.
That are said about Scotty are the opinions of Scotty. Okay, like right. So I would say that, but so for me, it's like what I would see, what I would see at A&M games is just like. The one thing that you have to give credit for the Southerns, the Alcorns, the Jacksons is that their band triggers something. Like when they play a certain song or even like South Carolina State, get up for the Bulldogs. Hey, everybody get up. Like it triggers and you just get that and everybody's vibing that crowd interaction, good, bad, or indifferent. I didn't see that. I went to the Mobile game and I'm like, bro, y'all gonna play something? Like y'all just gonna sit there and y'all like who is this band director? Like what is he getting paid to do? Because they not playing nothing. Like they sitting down on their hands and Jackson, they vibing. And the game 0-0. I'm like, play something, get people involved, right? So that was the one thing. And then there's no. And a lot of HBCU fans have the issue, so it's not just y'all, you know what I'm saying? But it's like fourth down, getting loud and yelling and all that type of stuff. And that's an HBCU issue, so it's not just an A&M thing. But what the issue that I have was just there's no triggering, there's no play off the band, right? Like there's nothing when I've seen. I'm just gonna tell you what I've seen when I was at the game. Because let's not talk about homecoming because that was over before it started. But I'm talking about the Mobile game, like. That y'all were in those games. Y'all was in those games. And it was never a situation to where it was like 21-0 and y'all was in those games. It'd be 6-6 or 7-10 but the band you never felt like you were in the game because the band never felt like they were in the game. You get what I'm saying? So it didn't really trigger anything. And again, with HBCU fans, most times the band triggers something to get everybody live and get everybody up and get everybody energized. And for me, that would be the thing. And I don't know if y'all got a new announcer from the last time I went there. If he's still there, that Bama needs to be.
Nah, he gone. He gone.
I'm like, Lord,
yeah, he gone, bruh. Everybody, listen. That dude was there when I was in school, and when me and Corey was in school. Me and Corey both graduated in 2000. He was still the same dude saying Yeah, a clear glass with the keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, who are you for? Because I'm like, it all sounds the same. It wasn't like a kill glass for 50 yards and a touchdown. That's a bull. He be like, just like you did it, Cartwright. Like a kill glass, 10-yard pass completed. I'm like, who are you rooting for? Like, I'm looking up at the stands. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? So,
disclaimer: our former announcer is such a wonderful donor to Alabama, and we love you.
Keep the money coming. Keep the money coming, right?
Hey. I'm just saying though. Hey,
these are just opinions.
Shout out to you, brother. He was, yeah. But yeah, we have a different announcer now. Yeah.
So and John Richardson said something. He said some bands follow the rules, some don't. It's not about following the rules. Like, it's just a trigger system. Like when Jackson does something well, the band plays. When they score a touchdown, the band plays. When they do it, it's a triggering system that I just didn't see from A&M band. And I'm like, why are y'all here if y'all not gonna play? Like that's
and then Scotty, just to jump in on what you're saying, people like to assume that like the SWAC or HBCUs have a special set of rules. These are rules for the any band that plays in the NCAA. So the same rules that our teams by the same rule that Auburn and Alabama does, like they play those quick hits and then get it over with. Like you don't have to play a full 4-minute song. You can bam, 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 and then move on and do it like that. So it's not just specific to us, and every year we have to explain it to people. It's not a SWAC rule. It's NCAA. No team anywhere from Florida to USC can play when the opposite team has the ball in their hand. Like it's just a rule. So
just we as blacks, we overextend that rule. You know what I'm saying? Like we just do a little too much, but it's still I agree with T. It's like, hey, like you got your one hitter quitters, you do your and then maybe the team says whatever. Like, my wife is from Massillon, Ohio. If you don't know, trust me, you should know because she makes it a big deal, right? So she's from Massillon, Ohio, very big high school program, whatever, right? So they got their little pep bands and all that type of stuff, the white stuff that they do, right? But they every time they get a first down, I'm like, yo, shut up. Like, after a while, it's like, yo, shut up. But again, it's a triggering system for the crowd. Like they do their thing and the crowd interjects, so the crowd gets involved. And that's all I'm saying. But second part to your question, T, me and Dr. Bryant have been in talks of doing some things for me, kind of piggybacking off of what he does down there for his live show. I think from the Hill, AD Bryant from the Hill, something like that. So, I think there's some things working in the midst of that. But other than that, we'll see how, Dr. Bryant's a busy man, you know what I'm saying? But he told me to be down there for homecoming. I'm gonna do my part, you know what I'm saying? So whatever comes for that is what comes from that.
And kind of before we move on, just kind of talk about that relationship. Like every time I see you speak very high of Dr. Bryant. You don't speak very high of every AD that's in the SWAC. I've seen it, but when you speak of Dr. Bryant, and even President Williams, you kind of speak highly of what they have going on. So tell us why is that?
They are probably the two coolest dudes I've ever talked to on the phone. Like I've spoken to the president, I've spoken to Dr. Bryant, but I'll start with Dr. Bryant. Dr. Bryant reached out to me when he first got into the space. When he first got the job at A&M, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, and because he just knew how I got down, he reached out. He said, "Hey, Scotty, listen, man, I got this going. If you ever need to ask me a question, if you ever need to know the real off the record, come holler at me. Just reach out to me, and if I can talk about it, I'll let you know." And to me, that was I had so much respect for that, because, and he's like, "Hey, still do your job. Because I understand what you do and I understand the job that you do it. I just want you to be informed on what is going on and what's transpiring." And and he's told me some things, and I know Dr. Bryant has trusted me because he's told me some things that I have never said on my platform, and I never will, because he told me that off the record. And I think a lot of people get that misconstrued about me. Like, if I get juicy information, I need the hot topic so bad that I got to spew it. And that's not who I am, because that goes against the character that my mama raised me as. If you tell me, Scotty, don't say nothing, I ain't going to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. Unless, I got to give a caveat, unless you speak ill on my name, Now I'm gonna have to show you how ill I can get. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm really a chill dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what it is. But you know, Dr. Bryant showed me that respect, so I show him that respect. And I want to be very clear with people. People think because he's a good friend of mine that I won't speak ill about him. No, it's just that Dr. Bryant be doing some dope shit, and yeah, I'd be like, hey, he's good at what he does. Like what you want me to say? Like, I if I could complain, I would, but he's good at what he does. It's the same thing with Ashley Robinson. I can't speak ill about Ashley. He's killing the game right now. You get what I'm saying? But when Angela had her thing, I had to speak on that, and I'm cool with Angela. You know what I'm saying? Like we text, but I there's a respect, and you have to respect what I do, I have to respect what you do. And I tell people this all the time. I say, listen, just as hard as I go for you, I have to go that hard on you, no Diddy, because I gotta be fair. I have to be fair. And that's what I always want people to realize about me is that, you know, even when Jackson wins, I gotta give them what they deserved, even though it's hard, right? I might downplay it a little bit, but I still gotta give them that respect of their win. And that's just a fair assessment on my part, because I gotta be fair and impartial as much as I can, right? So, but I speak so highly about Dr. Bryant because of the respect he showed me in respecting my platform and respecting my voice and reaching out and having a conversation with me. And he's always kept it real with me. Always kept it real with me. And listen, Dr. Williams is a funny man. Oh, I don't listen. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Okay, like the dude is hilarious. I'm talking about and he's real. Like he's not like no bougie president that don't get it. Like he gets it, educated, gets it, and he's funny as crap. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember we was on a call. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I ain't gonna tell you everything, but Dr. Bryant put me on a 3-way call with him, the president, and Maynard. Right? They called me on the phone, and Dr. Brown was like, hey, Scotty, I got somebody on the phone with you. And Dr. Williams was like, hey, Scotty, you know, good to hear from you. It's good to talk to you. I was like, hey, what's up, Dr. Williams? Da, da, da. And he's like, man, you know, I just want to know why you keep talking about my coach. And I said, well, he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. And here comes Conor Maynard. Hey, now, Scotty, now, come on. I said, oh, y'all done set me up for the okey doke. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. Williams was like, man, Scotty, give him a break, man. We know Maynard's emotional. I was crying laughing. I was crying laughing, and the conversation just went on from there. But we all came to a medium and everything, and we all ended up respectfully and stuff like that. But I respect, like, this is the president of a university on the phone with me, just shooting the breeze. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about, hey, I watched the show. I hear what you say, like da 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 and stuff like that. We changing the stuff around here. It means a lot because you don't really know the impact of your voice until you hear it from people that you like. You watch or you see my show, stuff like that. So I always have an immense amount of respect for Dr. Bryant and Dr. Williams. And you listen, you can't say nothing bad about me around. You can't say nothing bad about them around me. I'd be like, hey, listen, they had a good reason for what they did. You know what I'm saying? If it went bad, because they're good-hearted people and they believe in customer service. And to me, if you live in that mantra, you're always going to do right by the people that have appointed you to that position. So that's my 2 cents. But they awesome. I think y'all got a dynamic duo with them too, and I hope y'all never let them go. For real.
Listen, I'm telling you, that's why when people try to downplay A&M, I'm like, oh, y'all just really don't know. Y'all really don't know.
Yeah, y'all got great leadership. Great leadership.
Amazing leadership.
Hey Scotty, since you got on the vintage Kill Glass shirt and we talking about respect, let's go back to the 2021. You know what I'm talking about. The SWAC champions and the HBCU national championship, national champions. Some people and I think maybe include yourself. Maybe because some people say a COVID championship, and but it's documented. Not by us like Florida A&M does, but it's actually documented and in the record book. So You know, so let's talk about what you think about that on 2021 SWAC and HBCU National Championship.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to pop y'all balloon. You know, like, listen, man, like y'all been in some hard times, man. Just enjoy y'all balloon. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to pop y'all balloon. Ain't nobody trying to spoil y'all party. You know what I'm saying? Like, claim your championship. Claim your 3 games. Okay, it's okay. Claim your 3 games. No, listen, it's no hating on me. I'm just saying, listen, what y'all see it as is what y'all see it as. What everybody else sees it as, it don't matter.
Well, see, this is the thing for that, and I want to make sure that everyone checks in on me when I say this. You know, the people that have the most to say about that championship either falls into one of a few categories. A, they played and got whooped. B, they played and they ducked and they canceled. Or C, they couldn't afford to afford a team. So if you're in one of those 3 categories, I don't care what you got to say about that. Make sure y'all clip that. I don't care what y'all got to say about it.
The other thing that I said about it too is I just said, like, as far as what was going on in the world at that time, I mean, it was hard, man. I mean, everybody, I mean, I don't want to bring the mood down, but I just have to say this. I know everybody that's on this panel and everybody that's watching, you lost somebody during COVID. Somebody you knew during COVID.
I lost 5 relatives.
And
5.
that championship, I want to make this real clear.
That's real.
The jokes are the jokes. Y'all, they can say what they want, but I'm going to make this real clear, man. For everything that was going on at that time, that championship brought a lot of smiles to a lot of folks.
That's fair.
And for me, it was, I say personally, that championship did a lot for me personally. It just was like, hey, it felt good to see A&M win a game. It felt good just to see football at that time, period. But it just felt good to see us win something. And so that did a lot of good during that time period. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was for me, man.
I'll say this, and I'll keep it I'll keep it honest. If it was a full season, do I think you guys still end up in the SWAC championship? I do. I'm gonna keep it about that team was loaded. Like I want to let's make note. If you had Abdul, you had, I think, like Zabian, or I can't remember his name.
OJ.
Yeah.
OJ Hilaire.
Like, you're talking about young versions. I'm talking about like fresh off 1,000-yard seasons version of them, right? OJ, Juice, Abdul, Zabian. You had. I mean, you were loaded.
Yeah, and Carson Vincent was on that team. Remember, the only HBCU
freshman, like a young Carson Vincent was on that
team.
The
only HBCU player drafted in this draft from the HBCU. So let's just keep that.
What I'm saying is like, I know people would say a lot of things, but I think you put 40 on everybody. You know, like that. That's what I think in that atmosphere with that team, with the firepower that you had at that time. I think you put 40 on everybody. Now, are you winning 40-10 or are you winning 40-35 is the question, but you're still putting up 40 on everybody. That team was tough. It was tough. Now, you did have Alcorn. Alcorn probably would have been that bump, or that Alcorn and Southern probably would have been those games that you're just like, I don't know. But I still think you guys end up in the SWAC championship based off the team that y'all had, because y'all were loaded. I can't fake on that.
Yeah, I agree. Like if we would have won, it probably would have been 40-39 because we had defense that could stop it.
We was giving up a lot of points.
Man, we was giving up the house.
Yeah. Y'all was gonna put up at least 40 or 50 every game. It was just too easy. It was just.
And let me say, like the Lakers won in the bubble that year, and they won a world championship. But the first game the following year after the championship, now Jackson State, listen now, we beat South Carolina State, the same team that went on and won the Celebration Bowl.
We did.
That really, really embarrassed Jackson State. So that team, that 2021 team was a legit team, and offensively, we was a juggernaut. And so I do give Coach Maynard and his staff,
absolutely,
a lot of good respect, because he did leave A&M in much better shape, than it was when he got there. So much respect to Coach Maynard and staff. The difficulty in the coaching business now, you know, if you don't remember, when Maynard first came, we had Brian Jenkins on staff as a running backs and special teams coach, and then we had D. Bastione as a defense coordinator. So that first staff was a legit staff. The problem is trying to hold on to certain staff members and trying to get qualified candidates. And honestly, it's hard at this level because everybody want to go get paid. So you know, and we had other issues on down the line. You know, I'm not going to elaborate on that, but you know, I want to give Coach Maynard and his staff some respect because you know, they left A&M in much better shape than it was when he got there.
Absolutely. I'm gonna kind of go in a different direction. So since you've been covering HBCU sports, and you can do SWAC, MEAC, whatever. Who is your Mount Rushmore of all the players that you have covered? Who is your Mount Rushmore of players?
Oh, that's a great question. How many people on Mount Rushmore? 4 or 5?
4. It's 4. Hey, man, we can make this the HBC Mount. We can make if you want 5, we'll do 5. It's our Mount Rushmore.
Let me. I'm gonna do 4 if I need 5. I'm gonna take you 5. All right. Out of all the people I've been covering, that's a great question. I will tell you this: Shador has to be on it. I can't hate. I gotta. James Houston is on it for me. I think I've never seen a player dominate a game the way he would dominate. Like I'd be like, man, that dude is crazy. I'm trying to think of a dominating player. I would have to go honestly, and I know people are. I would go Bubba from Alabama State. Like, a lot of people won't respect his game, but he's been a starter since a freshman at Alabama State. Like he was that guy. He never got his accolades that he should because I felt like they were always like this year they want to do co-defensive MVPs. Bubba should have had the last 2 co-defensive MVPs if we're being honest. Like just they did Bubba wrong. So Shador, James, Bubba. That's a great question, Jen. That's a really good from who I've been watching. It would have to be between Xavier from FAM so give me 5. Xavier from FAM, and then I have to go Kill Glass as my number 5. I'll have to go Kill Glass as my number 5. Listen, just straight numbers, like if you're talking about just accolades of just straight numbers, it like Akil was like he was up there. Like it was just as limiting as he was mobility wise, his arm was amazing. So for me, it would have to be Shador, James Houston, Bubba, Xavier Smith, and Akil Glass. That would have to be my 5 guys that when I remember my time in my 4 years that I've watched this game, I'm like, yeah, them dudes legit. Them dudes are legit.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And, you know, people was throwing some stuff out here, man. Like, you know, you saw Xavier Smith. Well, it's Keyshawn Johnson. I know who he talking about. Keyshawn.
Yeah, but that was 1 year. Like that Keyshawn Johnson, because he came on his sophomore year late. Then he had that good year, and then he dipped. I can't really give him that one. Bubba has been. I remember when I first interviewed Bubba, I called him Ebony and Ivory because it was him and the safety that they had. Mm-hmm. He was black, Bubba was white, and I called him Ebony and Ivory because they were just that good together as a pairing. And he was one of my first interviews for the space when I got in this space. I never saw Jordan Bentley, so that's not something for me. Like again,
Right.
it has to be when I cover this space. But yeah, those guys, man, those guys were special. Those are the guys you would talk about. Those are the guys that you had to worry about, good, bad, or different. I mean, Felix Harper's, and there's some close guys that were there that you're just like, yeah, they could have made it. I know a lot of people like Andrew, but it's Andrew's. He's like on that teetering. He has to put it all together for me to be like, yeah, he's on the Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if he wins at Bama State and does something special there, then maybe he can probably slide up in there and do something. But for me, those are the guys. Akil,
Hey, Scotty, I want to stay right there too, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Kind of segue into. I know you mentioned body. So piggybacking off what Jennifer said, you could do 4 or 5, whatever. If you had to pick 2025 season, your top 4 players that you, as of right now, that you think will get their shine on in the SWAC, offense, defense, doesn't matter. Who you got?
Number 1 is the special teamer from Jackson,
Travis Terrell.
That kid is different.
Legit.
Listen, I don't know where they found this cat. I don't know how he came to Jackson, but listen, if I was any school in the SWAC, I would be throwing a bag at him to get him away from Jackson. Like, that kid is good, okay? The rest of them jokers, they all right, but him, he's special, okay? Travis Terrell is special.
And we kept kicking to him.
Yeah. Like, man,
listen.
I was like, what are you doing?
I sat on that sideline and I was hot. We was in Mobile and I was hot because y'all know on the field it's hot. I'm hot. And then I'm watching us kick to him and I'm hotter. I said, well, give me some water. I need some water. It was hot.
He went 94 on a kickoff to the house, and then we turned right back around next time and put it to him.
We didn't believe it. We were like, nah, that was a fluke. He ain't gonna do it again.
Man, listen, I would roll the ball to that boy. Like, listen, I'll be out there bowling that Jay. Hey, you gonna have to get it. You gonna have to find somebody else to touch that because you ain't getting it. I'll take a legal procedure, a legal down. I'll kick that straight out of bounds. Yeah, that kid's special. You're not. I know people are going to make it sound like I'm homering because I'm on your platform. But if anybody's watched my show, I said you had the best quarterback room in the SWAC. Now that Makai being there would have made it crazy. But I like Quad. I've seen that kid play. He is special. And I told Coach Ma, I said, listen, that kid's a Ferrari, right? If you don't know how to drive it, you will die. You will crash, right? But if you can drive it, boy, it's something special. It's something special. And that's where I'm at with him. He's a special talent. Like, you don't see a lot of people who can run the way he can run, can throw it the way he can throw it, and it's just an overall athlete at the quarterback position. He's something special. Now, Andrew, it's with Eddie Robb, man, you don't know if the kid gonna play. Like, it's just, you just don't know. It's like I want to root for Andrew because he's my guy, but I'm like, bro, Eddie Robb might bench you just because it's a Sunday. Like, it's just like, what? Why? Like, you don't like quarterbacks or something? Like, what's your deal, right? So, Andrew's an honorable mention. So, Travis, Quad, who I'm excited to see. It's so much turnover that it's kind of crazy now. I want to see that running back from LSU that went to Southern.
Trey Holly.
He got a lot of hype behind him. I want to see what that looked like. I'm trying to find a defensive player. And Kelby Givens, he's good. But he's like, when I think defensive players, I think like James Houston. Like, I think like Alabama State had a Jordan something. I can't remember. Jordan Nelson. Like, he dominating. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me somebody like that. Or Bubble or something like along those terms of just dominating your position. So defensively, I really can't give you anybody that I'm just like, oh, wow, I want to see. But I'm trying to think. Thad Franklin from FAMU. That would be my other running back okay. I put up Carlos Johnson's jank. The linebacker Jacob Williams. Can you see that one?
You see that one? Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Not
Right there.
That kid crazy. Number 11. That kid is good. Listen, that kid is good. Now, you want to talk about somebody who don't get enough recognition? That Bama does not get enough recognition. That dude, number 11, he is out of his mind, a great player. But if I was picking one, if it was defensively, I would go with him and Thad Franklin from FAMU. I want to see what that year 2 looks like for him with this scheme and with this system. But yeah, so if those are my guys, it will be Travis Terrell, number 1, Quad, number 2, Thad Franklin, and who else I say? And Williams. I think I'm probably missing somebody I said, but yeah, those would be the guys that I'm kind of looking forward to see go forward. And if you want to throw in like a ringer, it'll be Macon from Alcorn. Macon from Alcorn. He's special. He's special. Yeah, he's special.
Yeah. So all right, Scotty.
Holly kid. Yeah.
So let's talk about, we getting ready to kick this season off here in, man, a little less than 2 weeks, man.
Yeah,
a little more than 2 weeks. So I see you got Michael Vick jersey in the background.
Yeah, man, I got my bandwagon gear. I got my bandwagon gear ready, and I'm waiting for my Deshaun Jackson jersey to be on this side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rooting for the celebrities this year. That's my straight celebrity season for me. Okay, I'm rooting for both of them jokers. I hope they beat everybody in the SWAC. I hope Delaware State smash NCCU. You hear me, Josh?
So with Michael Vick, man, how you think Norfolk State gonna do?
I think listen. You guys know Odoms. You guys have played against Odom teams. Like, they had great bones. They had a great foundation with O-line and D-line. That was not their problem. And trench play has never been their problem at in Norfolk State. It was skill players. And what does Michael Vick bring? He brings the skill players. Like, everybody wants to play for Michael Vick. The young Israel Carey. You got the Olympic gold medalist. Her brother, Simone Biles' brothers, is down there. He does the kick return and stuff like that. They probably got some speedy receivers down there. So I'm curious to see what the skill players look like, because the trench play, Kavon King. Listen, if you don't know who that kid is,
dude was dope last year. He was dope. He was dope.
Norfolk has a great foundation to build upon that Odom's left them. And all they have to do is just build the outside and make it work, because Odoms didn't have a quarterback and Odoms couldn't get no skill guys, really. So I think they have a great foundation to start with.
All right. SWAC TV. Man, it was announced back during SWAC football media day. Platform is up and running. Talk about SWAC TV, Scotty. What are your thoughts? All of that.
Oh, goddamn.
That one caught me off guard. I didn't even see him hit the damn button. He just came out of nowhere.
Okay. I told Wayne, I said, I'm always respectful when I go on other people's platforms, because I understand the baggage that I come with. So understand, I'm not going to go full Offscript mode for you guys, because that's not this ain't the platform to do that. I get that, right? So I'll just keep it copacetic. For me, I hope it works, right? I think this is something I've said since I've got into the space, that there has to be a place where you can just go watch the game. Like, that's my issue. My biggest issue with SWAC TV, and people are going to push back on me for it, is why is it that when we do it, it's free, but when ESPN do it, they can charge us? Like, we're okay to spend $11.99 with ESPN, but we're not okay to spend $11.99 for ourselves. Like, because really, you're just taking what ESPN Plus was doing and making it your own. I'm like, at least get some type of income off of the people that want to watch it, because now when you're in the SWAC TV space, I'm not gonna go super off script, right? Like, oh, so deep into AVOD and advertising and video on demand and OT. Listen, it has to make sense. And this was the thing I was saying from the beginning. The SWAC didn't have analytics on its own accord to go out and shop it. I've been in these advertising meetings, and I'm glad that they're doing this, because now they can truly cultivate the numbers and the analytics of how many eyeballs are we truly getting for our games. What does that look like when it's a Jackson and A&M game, or it's a Alcorn and Southern game, or PV and FAMU game? What do those numbers truly look like, and how can we push that into more money and into more revenue being brought into the SWAC? The second part of my only issue with SWAC TV was this, is that they should have had a meeting 6 months ago, and take me out of it. I understand I'm public enemy number one. Take me out of it. I'm not going to act like I'm salty or anything, but you should have had a meeting 6 months before this SWAC TV launched, and gone to the A&M on the Hill, gone to the Tamonas, gone to the Kens, gone to the SWAC and the Fools, and say, hey, listen, you're already doing it for YouTube. Can you come do it for SWAC TV? Because think about it. I need y'all to think about it. If you're trying to upstart something, and you guys are A&M graduates, and I know you got some good business degrees, all right? I know you got some real good educations. If I'm trying to upstart something, why would I go out and pay content creators to maybe do something that is enjoyable? Or why not go do rev share deals with people that have already doing it, and just say, hey, you're already doing it for YouTube. YouTube is doing a rev share deal with you. Come over here, be a part of SWAC TV, and do a rev share deal with us.
I'm with you when you're right.
You make
that makes sense.
You make what you produce on your channel. So again, why can't I can have an A&M game and then an A&M on the Hill commercial within the same game? Because it's all my stuff. Mm-hmm. You want to see the recap? You want to hear about meet us on Mondays on SWAC TV on the Hill podcast at 7:30. Right? Like, that's it. And now that it's OTT, I can have 4 people go live at the same time. So I can have a Jackson State channel be going live at the same time. I can have an Alabama A&M channel going live. I can have a PV channel going live. Like, I can have all these things, and it just keeps the eyeballs within the SWAC TV network, so where I don't gotta go to YouTube to watch. I can just, they on SWAC TV. I just watch SWAC TV, right? So it's all of that to me, because it's like, why would I? And excuse me, why would I go out and buy? Why would I go out and pay for content creators for a game? Like, granted, I love what Cam Newton said, right? So if I was making a pitch, it would say, yes, Cam, we want you to be the linchpin, right? Because Cam will be your Dion for your game day. You get what I'm saying? Like, now people just want to come see it, but I'm going to surround him with content creators that are in this space, that know the space, maybe have, a Wayne or a G or a Rocky or Campbell, like surrounding him, to where now Cam Newton can do his thing, they can do their thing, and we can all figure this thing out together, because it's the community building the community, right? It's that, and Cam Newton is just the face of it, to where now people are like, oh, I want to check out SWAC TV. What's going on with SWAC TV? Right? Like, that's my thing. So I just think that instead of you going out and paying all these content creators and wasting revenue on that, like, you're wasting profit. Like, you're going out and trying to if you're telling me, oh, we got a game day thing planned, you're gonna have to pay for them Bamas. You are. If you bring in a pro guy, you're gonna have to pay him. If you bring in, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you bring in content creators, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can have them for cheap, but you ain't gotta pay them an exorbitant amount of prices to do the game day show because they're going, hey, I'm just glad I'm here, right? And as this thing grows, my check gonna grow. But I'm not a professional to come in and say, yeah, I'm gonna need 5,000 an episode before I even. That's Cam. We'll give you.
We can help Cam with things like North Carolina A&M.
And you can have a whole segment with that, right? Like you can everybody can come in with North Carolina A&M shirts on. You be like, you know, it can be really good. And it's just the holes that, again, I'm not trying to be negative and saying it won't work. That's not, because again, it was an idea that me and Perry had as well. So I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be great. For me, the way my mind works is, you've never been creative. Now you want to be creative? Like the SWAC, think about that. In the last 4 years, you've had some of the most high profile people and you've never done anything different. You ain't done a new media day. You ain't done a coaches show. You ain't done a pregame show. You've never done it. And you've had some of the most influential people in your conference. But now you want to be influential? It's hard for me to believe that, but that's just my little 2 cents, and that's as much as Offscript as I'm.
Everything you said made sense, man. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. We going into 2025 with Alabama A&M under the Sam Shea era.
Talk about it.
Well, one of the things that I see, one of the things Scotty mentioned, our quarterback won't have a short leash, but also the experience, of our staff. And really, I want to ask Offscript as far as, because his assessment of our staff and our outlook, because one of the things, I've met the coaches and I met each and every one of them, looked at the background, and this is really one of the most experienced staff that we've put on the field. But I just want to just see what your assessment.
No, I 100% agree with you. I think the sheer Power 5 experience that a lot of these coaches have and played in the SEC, and including Sam Shea, the connections that they have and the experience. I'm talking about I think you got like a former NFL special teams coach or something crazy like that, or something.
Amos Jones.
You do your research. You do.
Like I'm like, who in the HBCU arena got an NFL special teams coach? Like, that's the guy you just get from the street and say, hey, man, just stand there and tell people to run downfield. You know what I'm saying? So you can expect, I would say I expect a special team to look a certain type of way when you have a former NFL special teams coach, right? So to me, and this is what I said when Sam Shea and Tremaine Jackson got hired. Those are just football coaches. Like, it ain't no, that's my boy, that's my homie. That's competent football coaches. Because half the times you lose games, it's just lack of competency, like in the SWAC, right? It's not even a talent thing. It's just like, can we get somebody to make adjustments? Like, can we get an adjustment? Like, for real. Like you said, the guy did a 94 kickoff return. We didn't believe that the first time. We gonna kick it to him again. Like,
I was on that field hot. I was hot.
You know what I'm saying? You like, make me a believer. Not the first one. The second one gonna make it's stuff like that, right? So it's and no, listen, I love DT, but going into that game against Jackson, I said it every day in that week. I said, if you don't block James Houston, you will lose. You will lose. And the play that was the biggest play of the game, you put a running back to cut block James Houston. What? Like, it's like, that's the stuff to me. I'm like, you don't want to win, or you're not watching film, because James Houston needed to have a tight end and another tight end. Like, we gonna make sure you don't, and go watch that South Carolina State game. Tell me what they did. They had a tight end and a wing back, and they chipped that Bama every time they got to the line of scrimmage. They put him at linebacker because they was like, hey, he's getting hit too much. That is what high-level coaching looks like, to make those adjustments, right? So going back to the Sam Shea thing, I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and I was just like, what Sam Shea brings to A&M? He brings a different eye. right? Because it's I call it the Chinnisberry eye, right? It's that when I was at D2, I couldn't get kids the same way you got kids. I couldn't just say, hey, I'm a D1 school, come play for me. Like, because a lot of kids just want to hear that. Oh, D1? Oh, yeah, I love to play, right? But when you're building a D2 program in this day and age, think about it. With kids wanting to get paid and kids wanting to get money and kids wanting NIL deals and I'm this and I should be here and I should be that. To build a solid team in D2 levels is not easy. It's not easy at all. So now you bring that type of, it's no different than when people say when you leave a HBCU, you're a little bit more creative on how you get your resources or how you fight through things and, you go around and I'll figure it out. It's the same thing with Sam Shade coming from D2 to D1. It's like, ooh, now I can sit back and just say, hey, I'm a D1 institution, but I can still go find those diamonds in the rough that people ain't going to look for. I can still go down to that D2 level because I played against these institutions and I know what they're working with. Now I can go raid their teams and say, hey, O-lineman down in Leo Orion, we know you want to come up on here in this D1 program, right? Like you can do a lot of that. You can go down to NAIA. You can go down to D3. So I like Sam Shade in that faction, and I just think Sam Shade's a football guy. When I talk to people about Sam Shade for miles, everybody loves him. They rave about him. They say he's a good, like, shout out to my guy D2 HBCU football, Lonnie. He called me up and he said, Scotty, A&M got a gym. He said, out of just the football, he said Sam Shade's just a good dude. Like, he's just a good man. Like, and sometimes that's half the battle. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about the pass regime, but that's just half the battle, right? Like just being a good man, a solid dude. And I think, A&M has a kind of like a Tyler Perry type of patience. Y'all can get beat on a couple times before y'all ready to walk away from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got that
Tyler. It just finally clicked.
I got that Tyler Perry patience. You know what I'm saying? Like he just keep hitting on me, and like them old Lifetime movies, right? And before y'all, so I think your bumps and bruises year one, I think aren't going to be as bad as people think they are. I think because again, he knows how to build a team. He knows how to coach it up. He has a great staff. I'm telling you, people can say whatever they want. Keeping Coach Ma was huge. I don't care what nobody says. Like, he is the back engine of, I tell you what, listen, he will keep you out of jail, okay? Like, he's that good at his job. Like, all the regulations and he's a walking genius in that stuff, right? So, again, keeping Ma was great for the continuity of understanding, hey, that kid can play. You can let that kid go. He's a headache. Don't keep him. We need to keep it right. He can be that for you. And I think that was a great play as well by Sam Shea. I think that was smart play as well. So I'm curious to see what it looks like, the Chase, right? And see what it looks like going forward. But I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be that old A&M style that BJ talks to me about a lot, about that old defensive and the mindset that y'all used to have in them old A&M days. And real talk, can we get a pink scooter bowl? Like, can we get a trophy that is like the pink scooter? Like, for real, I think it will be really good. Like, Minnesota got the cowbell thing, and there's a lot of rivalries within college, and they got a trophy. Y'all should do the scooter bowl, like, for real, man. Like, have Deion sign it, and then people just pass it back and forth. Like, that would be dope.
You know what? We was doing so good. We was doing so good.
No, Jen, for real. Like, I think that would be really dope, the scooter bowl. Like, I really think that would be, because you could always bring up that clip and make it exciting, like, of why it's called the scooter bowl.
Oh, man.
Y'all in the East, y'all gonna play each other every year. I'm telling you, it's a great look. I'm just saying. Okay. Y'all gotta think big, man. Y'all gotta think big. I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta think big.
Man, hey, man, this has been some refreshing stuff, man. It's
I'm
been
glad
some real good stuff.
Let me say this before Jen, I'm just glad that I can be on here with you because I thought you hated me for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, it really hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, my feelings don't get hurt very often, but I was like, Jen used to always like retweet me, and we used to talk on Twitter, and she just ghosted me. I felt some type. So when I got the invite, I was like, did they talk to Jen about this? Because I don't think Jen's gonna let me want to join, because like that was in my mind when my wife told me. She's like, hey, you got an invite to the A&M on the Hill. I was like, Jen gonna do me like envy and not show up. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, I ain't gonna come this.
Well, I'm here. I'll say this. And I don't hate you. I don't hate you at all. I will say this: the issues that I just
talked about,
some concerns that I was able to go to you and talk to you about, and I respect that. And so one thing I will say about Offscript is that you do receive constructive feedback, and I respect that.
Yeah.
And Jen, just so you do know, before you got on, he said, "Where Jen at?" And then we told him we used to this. She gonna show up. She's just not here right now.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was like, is she gonna DJ envy me? I thought she was gonna DJ envy me and just not show up. Like, hey, this is the episode. I ain't coming. Y'all good. Y'all got it. I was like, because when I saw 4, I was like, dang, Jen ain't gonna come.
No, I said she usually show up. What I said she usually show up when we hit the credits.
During the credits.
The countdown.
Listen, y'all ain't finna. Let me, because y'all ain't finna do this. First of all, I work third shift. I take care of my dad during the day, and I work third shift at night. So I have to get my sleep where I can. So if that means me wake up at 6:45, then that's just what it means. That's just what it means.
Oh man, I was like,
okay. But even in that same tune, Scotty, you and I, we had a conversation yesterday, and it was a really good, productive conversation, man. And the thing that I love about this whole thing, man, there's an opportunity to advance the culture.
Absolutely.
There's opportunities abundant to advance the culture. And, I'm really, really glad that we did this. I hope everybody out here that's watching, hope y'all enjoyed, the commentary, everything, people learning things about Scotty that no one else really knew about you. Yeah. Those different type of things, man. And, and also just, all the things you said about A&M, man, it's a great time at A&M. We just, 150 years, new coaching staffs. I mean, not just for football. I mean, man, basketball.
Men's and women's. Listen, I'm gonna have to come down to a game. Like, listen, y'all, this has been the best season to do a doubleheader of the same teams in the same. If y'all were able to do that, like a men's and women's game, like, that would have been epic.
Now, I will say this for those that don't know, our fans may be a little bougie during football season.
Oh, y'all basketball.
But during basketball season, we are
basketball school. Y'all like a little mini Duke for real. Like
we unhinged in basketball season. They gonna us. I
keep telling you, y'all basketball school. I really believe that. Like y'all basketball school, and y'all like a little mini Duke for real. Like y'all got the little Cameron Craze,
especially with Don Thornton and Dante Jackson. We ready. We ready.
Be lit, okay? It's about to be lit. And let me say this, because I know I can say this on my platform, but people think so I'm gonna say it on y'all, but just to keep it. Listen, I am very, and Mr. Campbell can speak on my character. I am very open to criticism because I'm not perfect. Like, I understand I'm a flawed individual, right? So, like, when Jen had her concerns and she approached me, like, people think because I'm Scotty, like, they were like, oh, he gonna just attack. Like, that's not who I'm very receptive. Like, I know I got flaws. I know I'm wrong. So I want to tell anybody, if anybody has ever said, like, oh, Scotty does not like a person, I ask you to go back to the start of it and say, how did it start? Ask anytime you think I don't like somebody and you want to meet me in public. If you meet me in public and you like, hey, Scotty, I heard you don't like such and such, ask me how it started, and I promise you will get a different take on it. Because you won't really understand the things that I go through, or that I've stuck my neck out for people. I've helped people and I've got my hand slapped back, or I've been disrespected in certain different ways. And then all you're seeing is the retaliation by me, but you're not seeing the initial start by me. And that is with everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, even of that 4-letter entity. Okay. So I just want people to understand, when you say Scotty does not like somebody, or I hate Scotty, or I don't like Scotty because of this, or how he treated this person, or how he did that, I always would ask me how it started. And then and I'll be honest and tell you what it is. Like, I know I'm a flawed individual. I know I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, you cannot like me for my opinions. I'm cool with that. You cannot like me for how I say stuff, and I'm cool with that, right? But if you think I'm just a hateful person, then you really don't know me, because I'm really open. I'm really receptive to criticism, and I'm not perfect. So, it is what it is.
None of us are. None of us are.
We're not.
Well, Scotty, this has been great. It's been great, man. Appreciate you for, joining us on our season opener, man, our season 4 opener. And, we definitely gonna connect again. You said you're coming to homecoming. So,
yeah, I'll be there. Won't be the game, but I'll be there. Yeah. Cause that ain't nobody trying to see Valley, but I'm gonna be there though. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to see Valley. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dr. Brian for inviting me down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be there. Now, next year, don't Tennessee State come to y'all?
They do.
I'm in there. I'm in there. Okay, I'm in there. I don't care. I'm in there. So I'm that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be lit. I'm in there for that, Jake. But I'll be at homecoming. I hope to see all you guys. And can my wife get a plate? That's all I'm at. Not even for me. Just for my wife.
I'm gonna make sure.
She gonna be walking around mad, and as a husband, now I gotta look mad because she mad, and now I got a problem with y'all, and I don't really got a problem with y'all, but I have a problem with y'all because my wife got a problem with y'all.
Both of y'all will be taken care of.
Okay, all right. As long as she gets a plate, like, we good, we Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Might have to get a to-go plate from someone. Like, hey, can we get one plate and then one to go?
Facts. All right.
Yeah. Well, all right, Scotty.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. We'll see you later.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
All right. Off he goes. Offscript. So, man, great discussion. Appreciate everybody that's been on watching the show tonight. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And if this is the first time you watching From the Hill podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe, man. We got a lot of good things that we do over here, man. So, next week, we are going to have our second show of season number 4, and we're going to keep it local. T. Gooden, who we got on next week?
Yes, sir. You got me coming up, or you ain't got them loaded in?
I don't.
Yeah. So next Tuesday, we're gonna have on the show. This is no particular order. We're gonna have our sports director from WZDX Fox 54, Mo Carter. He's gonna join us. We're also gonna have head coach of Hazel Green High School football, Fred T. Ferrier, former Alabama A&M running backs coach. And we're also going to have his assistant coach, Alabama A&M alum. He also played football at Alabama A&M, coach Anthony P.J. Thompson. And we'll also have the athletics coordinator from Huntsville City Schools, also Alabama A&M alum from the state of Ohio, Mac Howard. Will talk to us about what's going on in Huntsville City Schools sports as well. So make sure you join us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you visit our website, FromTheHillPodcast.com.
Yeah, and that's what's up, man. And so yeah, we got some things working here in season number 4, and football season is fastly approaching. So we talked about A&M Fan Day, and also if you represent other schools in the SWAC, make sure if you haven't bought your school season tickets, make sure you buy your season tickets. Support A&M folks. Make sure you buy your season tickets. Game tickets. If you can't buy season tickets, make sure you do it, man. Just get out and support whatever HBCU program is nearest you. All right. So great things on tonight. Shout out to Scotty, Offscript again for joining us on our premiere. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. We appreciate everybody as always. All right. Once again, hit the like button and also subscribe and share. And we gonna get ready to see y'all next week. So T Gooden, Jay the Great, Corey Williams, Wild Wayne Cartwright. Also shout out to Dave and DT out there. Everybody be good. Enjoy another great day of summer weather that is out there. God bless everybody, and we'll see you next week. Peace.